Hi everyone, Jedediah Thomas here. So today I want to talk about the difference between behavioral health or the mental health industry and what I do. And be sure to like and subscribe for more content on the mind, conscious mind, subconscious mind, and everything around that. So behavioral health is primarily focused on three things. Okay. Now, number one is behavior, right? That's why they call it that. The goal of behavioral health is to get you acting the way a normal person would, right? They don't really care about what's underneath that or why that happens. They just want you to be, quote unquote, a productive member of society, right? They want you to go to a job. They want you to work 40 to 80 hours a week. They want you to clock in, clock out, and go home, and you don't cause problems, right? They care about your behavior, right? They don't want you acting out. They don't want you, in many cases, expressing your personality. They don't want you doing any of those things, right? They just want you essentially to be a human robot, right? You fit into the system, right? You're just a cog in the machine, right? So that's one of the primary three things that behavioral health deals in. Now, the second thing that behavioral health deals in is labeling and symptoms. Okay, so psychology is very much about figuring out how your problems present themselves and coming up with the most creative labels possible, right? So if you look left, you're this label. If you look right, you're that label, right? If you look up, you're a totally different label, right? And the labels keep expanding, right? Over time, there's just more and more and more labels, and it seems like it's not stopping, right? And there's a reason for that, and that's the entire point of it, right? They want to segment, they want to label, they want to just look at how symptoms present themselves, and they don't really care about what's underneath all of that, right? So that's the second primary goal of behavioral health. Now, the third primary goal of behavioral health is to keep you sick, right? And basically, if that means that they deem that you're worthy of being on medication, you're going to be on medication for the rest of your life, right? And if they could keep you on medication beyond that, they would. If you're labeled for the rest of your life, right? There's no getting away from that. If you have to go to therapy, you know, every week or twice a week for pretty much the rest of your life, right? There's no getting around it, because the goal of behavioral health is not to fix you, it's not to help you, it's not to make you better, it's to keep you paying money into a system that simply makes you a member of the system, right? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So those are the three primary goals of behavioral health. Now, I do not deal anything with behavioral health. I don't deal with mental health. I do not cure, diagnose, treat any mental illness, anything like that. My primary goal is to fix you. Okay. And that's different from a cure, because cure involves illness, and I don't deal with illness. I deal with bad code. So I'm much more akin to a computer programmer of the mind, right? I go in and I figure out what code is bad and I fix it, right? And all your problems go away. And I don't care about labels, and I don't care about symptoms, and I don't care about all that stuff. I'm not licensed. I'm not any of that stuff. I don't operate in the mental health industry. I'm a mindset coach. Okay. But how I do what I do is I go in and I change the bad code, right? I get rid of the bad code. I add good code, whatever is needed to get you to where you need to be. And my underlying philosophy is I want to actually help you. I want to heal you. I want to make you better, right? And so my take on it is I want to fix you as fast as possible, as fast as humanly possible, and get you operating in a way that you are pursuing your goals, in a way that you feel happier, in a way that you are unleashed from all of the restraints that had held you back, right? And oftentimes what that means is you'll start pursuing your goals in a bigger way than you ever thought possible, right? you might become an entrepreneur, you might travel the world, you might do all of these things, which is a very contrary objective to fitting into the system, right? If you want to fit into the system, okay, if that's your goal, that's fine, right? I'll help you do it. But if you want to live the life of your dreams, if you want to break out of the system, I can help you do that too, right? My goal is to help you achieve what you want, right? In a happy, healthy, confident way. So if you're, say, an entrepreneur, if you're an out of the box thinker, if you're wanting to travel the world or whatever, right? Behavioral health would stifle all of that and keep you in a box and keep you working, slaving away for somebody else and wasting your life, basically. And I want to break you free from all of the shackles of your past, from all of your traumas, your limiting beliefs, whatever is stopping you from pursuing your dreams, from pursuing your goals, right? And I don't care about labeling you. I don't care about symptoms. I deal with the root cause, right? And anyone who's seen me on Facebook posting knows that almost every post I talk about the root cause, because it literally goes back to that, right? It goes down to your underlying beliefs and your underlying traumas, right? Those are the two most fundamental areas of how your mind operates. So all of this to say is that, if you're looking for a licensed mental health practitioner, there's plenty out there. If that's what you want, if that's what you think is the thing that will get you to wherever you want to go, that's totally fine. And in some cases, I do recommend people to go to therapy if they're not aware of what their problems are, right? I can't help you unless I know exactly what's going on. I have to actually see the code, and then I can change it very quickly. But if you have no clue what's going on, then yeah, okay, go to therapy. Or, if you're a personality disorder, narcissist, psychopath, sociopath, whatever, you probably need to be locked up on away from society, but that's, besides the point here. But, if you're a normal person, if you're, suffering and struggling with traumas and limiting beliefs, I don't care what label has been put on you by the behavioral health industry, because I don't operate in that industry at all, right? I operate in a completely different realm, the realm of mindset coaching. And what I do is extremely powerful, extremely effective, extremely quick. And I will do more for you probably in one session than you've had years of anything else that you've tried. And I don't care what it is, because I've come up with my own method. You can't find this anywhere else. So, take it or leave it. It doesn't matter to me. But that's the differences between behavioral health and what I do is, like, I want to help you. I want to heal you. I want to break you free instead of labeling you, putting you into the system and keeping you on medication for the rest of your life. I want you to truly be free on a fundamental level. And this is not this is maybe an outlier, so as more data comes in, I'll kind of update this. But one of my clients, after just one session, got off of 15 to 18 different antidepressants, right? So I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a doctor, I can't tell you to go off medicine, but that's the result of what happened when they worked with me, right? And it may be different in different cases, so I'm not making any kind of statement that that will happen. But in a lot of cases, medication is to cover up an underlying problem, and it's not about fixing the problem. So the question is, if I fix the problem, what's the point, right? But only you can determine that in conjunction with your doctor. Like I said, there is a medical chemical aspect to it, right? You can't just cut it off cold turkey, because that could really mess you up. But if the problem isn't there, then it might be worth having a conversation with your doctor. But ultimately, what this is to say is that what I do is quite unique. I've never seen a modality that heals like what I can do, and I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time on different modalities. All of my clients have spent a lot of time, a lot of money on different modalities, and this is the thing that worked. Give it a shot, and we'll go from there. All right.